Leilani Simon, the mother accused of murdering her 20-month-old son, Quentin Simon, is still being held at the Chatham County Detention Center after no bond was set in her case. Yesterday, we heard from her mother, Billy Jo Howell, who took her to the Savannah FBI office to be arrested.
She told us that Leilani was on suicide watch, but that she hasn't spoken to Leilani since she was arrested last week, Monday. Well, WTOC Shay Schrader joins us live outside the detention center now. Shay, what is the word? You spoke to the sheriff today.
Chatham County Sheriff Don Wilcher told me that Leilani Simon is being held in protective custody. That means that she's in a cell by herself for 23 hours a day. The other hours she is allowed out to take a shower and do things like that, but she still spends that time alone. Wilcher tells me that it's not a punishment when they put inmates under those conditions. It's for their own protection.
I'm not going to take and put her in general population. If I did that, I mean, I would have a disaster on my hands. People have the wrong ideas about things, and a lot of people will say, well, she's guilty of this, she's guilty of that, and it's not my job to determine that. That's up to the courts to do that.
While inmates are in the detention center, Wilcher says that it's his responsibility to treat everybody humanely and keep them safe from others and in some cases from themselves. In addition to being in protective custody, he tells me that after Leilani was brought to the jail, a mental health professional determined that she needed to be placed on suicide watch. When an inmate is under suicide watch, they often stay in a padded room and wear smock instead of regular clothes.
If they got their clothes, and they can try to hang themselves with them. And you know, if they're in a room with a sink and a toilet in there, they try to break that and harm themselves or whatever. So you know, you have to take all precautions you can to make sure that they are taken care of.
Wilcher says at the end of the day, he and everyone at the jail treat each inmate the same, regardless of who they are or what their charges may be.
We could care less what the charges are or anything. Again, I'm just a holding facility, and we treat everybody in this jail the same, and that's the way it is.
Leilani waived her right to appear at her arraignment last week, where no bond was set. She is due back in court on January 11th for a preliminary hearing, but until then, she'll be here at the Chatham County Detention Center. Live in Chatham County, Shay Schrader, WTOC News.